From BigHMW.com, world headquarters at Bishop Park, this is the Atari Report, the 8-bit edition with Ray Jackson. Good evening, everybody. On this edition of the Atari Report, we take a look at a variation of Super Breakout, which is probably the best ever paddle game I've ever played on any video game system. Ladies and gentlemen, for 1987, Arkanoid for the Atari 8-bit home computers and the Atari XE video game system. Yes, indeed, the best variation of Breakout you will find on any video game or computer system. Arkanoid is available now for the Atari 8-bit home computers and the Atari XE video game system. As you can see here on your screen, it has a menu on there where you can use either the paddle controllers or the joystick, or even the keyboard for that matter. But I gotta tell you, I love this game. I've always loved this game. I remember when I first came from Los Angeles to Port Townsend, Washington, home of BigHMW.com world headquarters, playing this particular arcade game at the now defunct Denny's Key City Lanes in Port Townsend. And I gotta tell you, I'll always love playing this game, but this is by far the best variation of Super Breakout you'll find. But yeah, energy pods, and it plays like Breakout, but watch what happens when you move to your right. Watch what happens. Right there. You'll warp off that screen and immediately advance to round 2. A tougher round here. And as you can see, there's your almost impenetrable force there of bricks. You have to hit those twice in order to be able to eliminate them. Yeah, just like that. That's the second time. But yeah, this is a tough game to play. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm not too good at it. But then again, I was using the joystick controls for this particular game as opposed to using the paddle controllers, which I highly recommend using, or the trackball, of course. But I gotta tell you, this is a wonderful game here. And it's probably the best variation of Breakout I've ever played on any video game system. And I highly recommend you download it. You go to AtariH.com and click on the link down below. I'll take you right to the very download where you can try out this game for yourself for your Atari 8-bit home computer or the Atari XE video game system. You happen to have that too. But yeah, you got your fair share of enemies right there, of course. And that's what happens when you hit that ball in the enemies. And yes, it does have its fair share of energy pods as well. And they do different effects for the particular, for the particular gameplay. And one of them is like rapid fire. Others are like slower ball speed, or maybe you go warping into the next round, which of course you saw earlier, or pretty much anything. I mean, pretty much. And the different energy pods, well, they play differently too. They allow you to play differently. It's not just repetitive Breakout. As you can see here, I warped there, and now you can see how slow this goes. You can see how nice and slow that particular ball is going, thanks to you hitting that particular one. And of course, it will continue to do that until you gobble up another energy pod when you knock down another set of bricks with an energy pod in between. But as you can see here, this is nice and slow and pretty easy too. And, the gameplay is well worth it, I gotta tell you. I highly recommend you download it. And yes, there you go. Now it changed up on me. It's gone back to fast mode right there. But since I hit another energy pod, there are various different ones, like I said earlier. And that could cause some trouble. And so can those little guys right there moving all over the screen. As you can tell, almost. But I mean, I gotta tell you, I love the game here. And yeah, you can warp to the next screen, and here you go. I mean, I gotta tell you, like I said, it gets tougher and tougher to each screen. And like I said, those are those impenetrable bricks again. And this time, they're even more impenetrable because it's hard to knock them down. And oh yeah, it's hard to, it's hard. I gotta tell you, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. Well, guys, what do you think? I gotta tell you, I mean, this is probably the best ever variation of Breakout that I've ever played on any home video gaming system. And that includes the XE game system and the 2600 and 5200, as well as, of course, the 7800 as well. Maybe I'll find better along the way, but I gotta tell you, Arkanoid gets a big 2 thumbs up from yours truly here. For 1987, it sure as hell looks state of the art. I gotta guarantee you that. But I mean, if you want to download it and try for your Atari 8-bit home computer or the XE video game system, then log on to AtariH.com and click on the link down below so that you can download this very game and try it out for yourself. Indeed, it is a must-have, and I know with using the joystick controller, it works a lot better with the paddle controller, but one of these days I'll get the paddle controllers I need for it. But until now, it looks all great, doesn't it? Well, that's game over for this edition of the Atari Report. So for all of us here at BigHMW.com World Headquarters, I'm Ray Jackson wishing you good gaming and good night. And if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to check out my other two YouTube channels, Big HMW TV and the official Ray Jackson YouTube channel. You'll find those in the featured channels list at the bottom of this particular channel's homepage. Big HMW TV, the Atari Report, and the official Ray Jackson YouTube channel. All proud parts of the Big HMW network of websites.